Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the remake, apparently is not dead. Apparently this game is still in development. And it annoys me because when I make a video, I make it my mission to deliver accurate information. So this really annoyed me, but I understand it's not my fault. This is the fault of Embracer Group for not being forthcoming with what's going on with this game behind the scenes. So basically the story is this. Initially, last week, there was someone from, I think it was Giant Bomb, who came out and said that this game was not being worked on anymore. And then Sony pulled the announcement trailer from YouTube. And then the story started to circulate among, the various gaming publications, which would include sites like IGN and GameSpot and what have you. This person who initially made those statements later walked back and said, I actually don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So it's like, if you didn't know what was going on behind the scenes, why'd you open your mouth in the first fucking place, And then Jason Schreier, who is a gaming journalist, works for Bloomberg. He's a Bloomberg reporter. He came out and said that he apparently knows two people at the studio who's working on this game right now. But of course, he didn't name who these two people are, and there's no way to actually confirm, just based on his statement alone, there's no way to confirm that this statement is actually accurate. But there is a way to somewhat validate his claim. And by the way, the person who made those initial comments that the game wasn't being worked on and then later walked them back, that was Jeff Grubb. So to validate Mr. Schreier's claim that this game is still being worked on currently, if you go on Embracer's website, you can pull up a report. And in that report, which is dated November the 16th, this was 10 days ago of this year, if you scroll down, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Remake is listed, and it's listed for PC and PS5. Now, this doesn't really mean much other than, it's likely that the game is still being worked on, but the simple fact is, even if it is still being worked on, that doesn't mean that the development is going well. You still have to remember that Sony pulled the announcement trailer from their YouTube channel. And this likely means that Sony is no longer involved with publishing the game. And something could be said about that because the platforms that are listed here still includes the PS5. Then there was the information that I mentioned in the last video I made on this topic about the initial demo that was showcased having been received poorly, and that Aspyr Media, they were trying to take the combat system, take inspiration for the combat system from the newer God of War games, which would have been a great disservice to the original Knights of the Old Republic. And ultimately, that demo that was received poorly, that's what prompted a switch in developers from Aspyr to Saber Interactive. And then there's also the fact that Embracer's CEO stated just earlier this month that he doesn't want to comment on the game. But see, this is what annoys me about this whole topic, because by the publisher being silent and the CEO being silent on what's going on with this game, it's causing a lot of confusion. And confusion leads to misinformation. All Embracer has to do is come out with a statement and say, yes, we're still working on this game, and the development is going smoothly. Even if that's not the case behind the scenes, say something. Say something positive. That's exactly what Ubisoft did just recently. Just mere days ago. They came out and gave an update on the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake, which, they haven't said anything about in a very long time. They just said that the project has passed an important internal milestone and that everything's coming along nicely. That's it. That's all Embracer has to do. And then you would avoid all of this drama, all of this unnecessary confusion and misinformation. So that's what's going on with this game right now. Apparently it's still being worked on behind the scenes, but that doesn't really inspire confidence that the development is going well. And if and until Embracer Group comes out officially and releases either a new trailer or releases a statement giving an update on the game, I still wouldn't get my hopes up. But as of right now, apparently the game is alive. Whether it's alive and well, that's a different story.